You might not believe this, but Antarctica is hiding plenty of secrets. Behind its remoteness and forbidding climate, there is still a treasure trove of weird and wonderful oddities beneath the ice and waves just waiting to be discovered. As recently as 2022, scientists hit the jackpot. From secret ecosystems and ancient DNA to logic-defying blooms and creepy fish nests, today's video takes a look at the top Antarctica stories until now. You don't want to miss this one, so stick around and watch right till the end. Starting with one of the biggest Antarctic discoveries made in recent years. Researchers recently had a pleasant surprise when they unearthed 1 million-year-old DNA from the thick ice shelves of Antarctica. The discovery they made could help us better understand how human actions could affect the continent in the years to come. You see, researchers accidentally unearthed DNA from ancient microorganisms, some of which are roughly 1 million years old, while collecting routine seafloor sediment samples in the Scotia Sea. The ancient genetic material was pulled up from depths of up to 584 feet beneath the seafloor and dates back between 1 million years ago to around 540,000 years ago. Scientists aren't certain which species the oldest DNA samples belong to, but the most recent samples likely originate from a group of phytoplankton known as diatoms. The diatoms date back to an ancient period of global warming and could provide clues as to how Antarctica's marine ecosystems will respond to human-caused climate change. Human development is seriously affecting the planet's climate, and we could face a global catastrophe by the next decade or so. Researchers recently sent underwater robots that peered under Antarctica's Thwaites Glacier, nicknamed the Doomsday Glacier. We'll get to why it's called the Doomsday Glacier in a bit, but before that, let's look at the concerning findings they made. Researchers found that the glacier is holding on by its fingernails to the seabed below. Once it detaches, its doom may come sooner than expected due to rapid movement and an extreme spike in ice loss. You now get an idea of why it's called the Doomsday Glacier. The ocean laps away at the base of the massive ice block, slowly eroding the glaciers that line its rim. When they inevitably give in, the sea will begin to fill the basin, claiming the ice for its own and flooding coastlines around the world. A new map of the seafloor surrounding the icy behemoth has revealed a series of parallel grooves that were left behind as the glacier scraped along the ocean bottom during previously unknown periods of rapid retreat within the last few centuries. Researchers warn that this type of rapid melting could be triggered again by extreme warming driven by climate change. The problem of rapidly melting glaciers doesn't end there. NASA recently made a shocking discovery about the world's largest glacier. NASA's Terra satellite recently captured a photo of the world's largest iceberg, A76A, floating in the mouth of the Drake Passage, a turbulent stretch of water in the Southern Ocean, as it began its journey away from Antarctica. The enormous ice slab is around 84 miles long and 16 miles wide and first broke off from the Rhone ice shelf in 2021. Normally, when icebergs drift into the Drake Passage, they are quickly dragged eastward by strong ocean currents before being whipped northward into warmer waters, where they completely melt soon after. It is unclear where A76A will eventually end up or when it will meet its watery grave. This is obviously not great news, considering it's one of the world's largest icebergs that is detached from the southern ice shelf. Moving on, next on the list is one of the rarest dinosaur fossil finds on the White Continent. As dinosaurs, such as the great theropod Cryolophosaurus, Ellioti stalked the Antarctic landmass as other Mesozoic reptilian beasts plied the adjoining waters. Among this marine menagerie was the heftiest known of the plesiosaur line, an elasmosaur, uncovered on the famously fossil-rich Seymour Island along the Antarctic Peninsula and described in 2019. This creature, which likely belonged to the Southern Hemisphere genus Aristonectes, known for more robust heads and shorter necks as compared with elasmosaurid relatives, may have reached close to 40 feet in length and weighed upwards of 15 tons. This impressively complete fossil skeleton is also intriguing because of its vintage. The elasmosaur lived a mere 30,000 or so years before the devastating Cretaceous Paleogene extinction event that killed off non-avian dinosaurs and many other large animals and drew down the curtains on the Mesozoic era. This hulking sea monster suggests a vibrant and diverse Antarctic marine ecosystem right up till the end. Besides dinosaur fossils, scientists made another mysterious discovery. A bizarre ovaloid fossil collected on the White Continent in 2011 by Chilean scientists sat as a mystery object for years before a University of Texas-led study in 2020 identified it as a huge, prehistoric soft-shell egg. Better than 11.7 inches, it's the biggest soft-shell egg known and one of the heftiest eggs of any kind ever discovered. The research team reckoned that whatever laid the egg, dated to about 68 million years old, was a marine reptile north of 20 feet, and proposed it may have been a mosasaur, the remains of which have been found in the same vicinity. Mosasaurs, which resembled oversized paddle-tailed seagoing lizards, have generally been suspected of bearing live young, so the giant Antarctic egg has opened a whole new debate on the reproductive behaviour of these long-ago predators. But moving on, let's now take a look at other amazing discoveries made by researchers over the past few years. One of those discoveries is regarding a new hidden world under the ice. Researchers recently uncovered a never-before-seen ecosystem that lurks in an underground river deep below the icy surface of the Larsen ice shelf using a massive hot water drill. The secret habitat lies in a massive chamber around 1,640 feet below the surface of the ice. Researchers found the underground structure after noticing an unusual groove in a satellite image of the ice sheet, but never expected to find anything inside when they eventually drilled down to investigate it. Instead, the team was met with a pleasant surprise when they found thousands of tiny crustaceans known as amphipods, which had them jumping up and down with joy. Research coordinated by the University of Trieste discovered a new species of Antarctic shrimp, the Orcamonella rinamontiae, identified in the vicinity of the Mario Zucchelli Italian Antarctic Station. Besides, other exploration projects have found never-seen-before species of anemones, stinging polyps that spend most of their time attached to the Antarctic ice wall, waiting for fish to pass close enough to get ensnared in their venom-filled tentacles. These are just a few of the incredible discoveries scientists have made with the help of the latest technology available to them. And it's not just new species of marine life that have been discovered. Separate teams of researchers discovered seemingly impossible phytoplankton blooms lurking deep beneath the ocean's surface in both of Earth's polar regions. Scientists had previously assumed that there was not enough light in the water below polar sea ice for phytoplankton to produce enough energy to survive. However, the new studies revealed that the algae can thrive with as little as 1% of the light available at the surface. In Antarctica, researchers used deep diving floats to measure the amount of chlorophyll A, a pigment used by algae and other plants during photosynthesis, in the water deep beneath sea ice, and found that there was likely a high concentration of phytoplankton there. The researchers suspect that a decrease in the amount and lifespan of sea ice caused by climate change could help sustain these bottom blooms by maximising the amount of light they receive. But moving on, scientists recently made a huge discovery after years of painstaking work and research. Researchers discovered a massive underground river that flows beneath 4 separate ice masses using ice-penetrating radar mounted on aircraft. The river is longer than the Thames in England and drains melting ice from a region the size of France and Germany combined and into the Weddell Sea. There are some concerning findings though. If the entire region were to melt as a result of climate change, it could raise global sea levels by 14.1 feet, which could have catastrophic consequences. Researchers suspect that there is probably an entire system of underground rivers across the continent. Besides underground rivers, scientists made another shocking discovery under the ice. Scientists discovered a city-sized lake hidden deep underneath the East Antarctic ice sheet. The hidden lake, which was named Lake Snow Eagle, has a surface area of 143 square miles and lies in a mile-deep canyon beneath 2 miles of ice. The team uncovered the lake following 3 years of exhaustive aerial surveys over the ice sheet, using radar and special sensors designed to measure minuscule changes in Earth's gravity. Experts believe it could contain 34-million-year-old river sediments that are older than the ice sheet itself and could shed light on what Antarctica was like before the continent froze. Well, that's all for this video. What are your thoughts on these shocking and beautiful discoveries from Antarctica? Do let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.